what's the difference between heroin and have you done cocaine or what's the difference between heroin and cocaine? How does it make you feel? What's the difference?
Honestly, cocaine, I could go to sleep.
Yeah.
Heroin,
Can't sleep?
I could work 10 hours.
Then not.
Nothing. Not even tired. Like I can't go to sleep. And it's the complete opposite of what that drug does.
Yeah.
And
Which one is more addictive?
oh, heroin by far.
By far.
Yeah, cocaine's here.
Yeah.
Heroin is down to your toes.
It gets you,
It's the whole
grabs you.
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Thank God I never.
It's like getting like in an MMA fight.
Yeah.
And they get you on the ground.
Yeah. And you can't do anything.
You can't do nothing.
So the only way you got clean was jail.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a tough nut to crack, huh?
Had to do it. Regardless, I was going there anyway. So
Yeah.
but
And it's either you do it or it takes your life eventually.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I overdosed
Wow, really?
plenty of times.
Tell me one experience.
I got some, and I went into my roommate's bathroom, and I did it, and I started to pass out. But when I passed out, the countertop was here, and the door was here, and my feet were on the door.
Yeah.
Not intentionally.
Yeah.
It was just how I
Just
slipped
how
out.
you sleep, yeah.
And they couldn't get in the door. And I had been in there for like 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a scary one.
Oh, so they ended up taking you to the emergency room?
Ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah, ambulance came.
It's good they found you quick.
Broke the door. No, they didn't find me quick, because,
It was over 30 minutes?
yeah.
Oh, Lord. You're lucky to be alive, dude.
Oh, trust me. Like, I've had this whole thing cut out.
What whole thing? Let me see. Oh, damn. Why was it cut out?
They took out my spleen, gallbladder, half of my pancreas.
So you don't have a spleen? You don't have a gallbladder? What does a gallbladder do? It produces
Is where you like fat, like when you eat like
fat.
stuff.
It burns it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it processes through
Yeah,
the stomach.
yeah. Okay. And what else?
But
Spleen?
my liver.
Liver, part of your liver.
No.
Uh,
I had two.
What do you mean?
They put a new one in, and then they had to reopen me because they screwed up. And then, so I've had,
Heroin did that to you?
I was born with jaundice.
Jaundice. Can you spell that?
I think it's JAUNDICE.
Okay. What's that?
It makes like your skin turn yellow. Like, have you ever seen those people with like, they got yellow in their
Yeah.
eyes? That's what it is. And it attacks certain things in your body, mostly your liver.
So the liver problem makes the eyes yellow.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, granted, the drugs didn't help.
Yeah, it did. They
Okay?
didn't.
They did. But the reality of it was I had already lost my spleen, which produces all your white blood cells.
Yeah.
So your white blood cell count goes down.
Goes down.
Now you're just prone to infections.
Become sickly.
Yeah, you're prone to infections all the way across. So then they found out that my pancreas was infected.
God damn.
So when they opened me up this way, they got me a liver transplant. Took out half of my pancreas and my gallbladder at the same time.
So the only thing that had replacements was a liver.
Yeah.
How did you survive that?
I don't know. I'm a trooper.
Because you walked here from your house?
I'm telling you,
Man, you're supposed to be dead, dude. Am I talking to a ghost or something?
It's possible. You know, it's weird because it all started with my ankle, really.
Yeah. If pain?
No, it broke.
Broke.
Yeah, my buddy was wrestling with me in the kitchen. He stepped on my foot and he fell backwards. And he didn't let go of my foot.
Oh.
So it broke my ankle.
Oh. Just playing around.
Just playing around.
Oh, Lord.
So that's how it all started. And then, I got plates and pins all the way up my...
You have marks too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. 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 Yeah, that's a big one. It's a big... You're a survivor. You're a survivor.
My mother freaks out.
Yeah.
So, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, your language,
Yeah.
why is it so, you talk great English, or whatever
Okay.
you want to call it, American, whatever.
Yeah, it's American English.
Yeah. But over in Kenya, just say to me right now, do you want to go get dinner?
Unataka tukakule chakula cha usiku.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's Swahili. But I can speak 3 more Kenyan languages.
There's 3?
There is my tribal language, which is Taita.
Okay.
It's from the coast of Kenya, some very isolated hills. We are a very small tribe. Only a few of us speak that language. It's called Taita.
Tahita.
Yeah, we are from Taita Hills, near the
I'm
coast.
going to look this up and Google it.
Yeah, Taita, then hills. Yeah, I come from there. So I speak that language, but my mom spoke another language called Kamba, but I never really learnt it. But I was raised where my wife comes from, in central Kenya, in Nairobi.
Nairobi, yeah.
Yeah, and there they speak Kikuyu. That's her language. I can speak Kikuyu, though not so fluently, but I can speak it. Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And all those languages are different, totally different.
Oh, yeah, because it's if you learn like England or Australia, or something like that, but when you learn Mexico, or Puerto
Spanish,
Rico, and Brazil is way different.
It's different Spanish dialects.
Peru.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you say something, they kind of cock their head.
Yeah.
You're close, but you're close, but not right there.
Not right there. True.
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
I speak Spanish. I can do it. I understand it more than I can speak it.
Okay.
like I know what they're saying. It's just like, because I worked in a bar and a kitchen and all that stuff. So the workers would always
from different places. I'm sure Kenyans too.
Yeah.
You've met a lot of people, dude.
I have.
With your businesses, you've met everybody.
I think so. They told me
know.
They told me when I was a kid that I was either going to be a politician or a comedian. And I chose like, I did windows for a while, but when I got old enough, I started working in a restaurant. I became a bartender. And I was like, there's the gray area. Bartender. But it's the gray area.
Yeah, true.
I can be the politician. I can be
the comedian. Yeah, that's a gray area actually. Yeah. So, your children.
Yeah.
When? How? With who?
So my first was going to be 22 in February. I was living with her brother, her older brother. And she's the misfit child. So
okay.
This part had kids with, the mother had kids with, and then the dad had kids
with,
so, you know, and then she was like the middle one, and then she has a younger brother. And so I had a 1972 El Camino. And I was taking it up to see her sister.
Tell me you still have it.
Oh.
Tell me you still have it.
A lady hit me and pushed me into a telephone pole.
Okay, let's go on.
So, you know, I go up there because she's going to help me work on part of the engine. She's so smart with mechanics and stuff like that. She's going to help me out. And Jesse's mom, because he's Jesse Jr.
Yeah.
And his mom was there. And I was like, And now I'm 18, and she's 16 at the time. Not bad.
Not bad, yeah.
But she started hitting on me, and I was like flirting. And so nothing happened then, whatever. And, you know, gotta get back home. Somehow she got my phone number and called me.
Okay.
She said, you need to come pick me up for a date.
Wow. She was straight up.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. I just don't want your sister to, like, kill me. Well, you brothers. She's like, don't worry about that. I'll take care of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, okay. Came out and we hung out. After that, she ended up, her mother was living up here, or living in Boston. And she was moving to North Carolina. She lives down here now, right down my road.
Oh, really?
She's a crazy one. And Rebecca was living with her sister at the time, and she took her and came down to North Carolina. And she didn't want to leave.
Oh, okay.
So I took an air flight down, bought a train ticket for both of us, got her, and brought her back.
Oh.
And ever since then, that's the gist of it. I mean, we had our ups and downs.
Okay.
And we're not together, obviously. But,
Yeah.
you know,
One kid?
we had one kid together, yeah. And the other one was when I lived in Florida. And he's down there. And,
No. How is he?
he's good. He's just like me in a sense, because he likes to ride dirt bikes and
Oh.
four-wheelers. And,
Oh, okay.
see, my oldest loves sports. And my youngest one is just reckless. Kind of
Reckless. Yeah.
reckless.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So, yeah, I mean, they're both good kids, and they have, you know, good parents.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm more closer to my oldest than my youngest because they move around a lot because his stepfather is in the Army, I believe.
Okay.
Army or Navy. One of those. And so they got a shift sometimes.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
'cause they were up in
Yeah.
South-
They'll move here and there.
Yeah, they were up here
They
in
end up-
South Carolina. And, you know, now they're back down in Florida. And,
I'm sure they're having a blast in Florida, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
My niece called and said, it's 61 degrees out, it's freezing.
Oh Lord.
I go,
Are you what? 61?
61? I'd be in shorts.
I know.
I'm waking up
61
to like
is not
29
29.
degrees.
I know.
Could you, yeah, you want to go back to Boston? Have fun. We had, at one point we had 36 inches of snow in one day in Boston.
Boston is crazy, man.
Well, it's no different than Chicago,
Yeah.
New York,
Yeah.
you know, upstate New York.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, I've been here all my life since I came. I've seen snow up there. I went to Indiana and
Oh yeah, there you go.
I came across a snowstorm. That was the first ever. I thought it was the end of the world, man.
Oh yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, it's crazy.
We had snow here once. Well, we've had it a few times, but we had snow and nobody wanted to drive, so they slept at the house. And my buddy says, "You want to go sledding?" And I was like, "Okay." So we took the lid off the trash can and used that.
Okay.
So like I had my
Yeah.
legs crossed, and he started pushing me down because we have that little tip
Yeah.
on our side. He started pushing me down, and the snow just jammed, and we both, and we were both laying in the snow, and we just could not stop laughing.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
So, the restaurant life.
yeah.
How did that begin?
I've always had a passion to cook,
Okay.
and when I moved, it wasn't until I moved down here, and that was in 2003.
Okay.
And I always had this passion for it. I wanted to come up with some meals or whatever. Just make it.
Yeah.
Or bartend or something like that. Just be in that industry. And I opened as a bartender. You know what Real McCoy's is? Shuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, gotcha.
It used to be called O'Dwyer's.
Or Dwyer's. Okay.
Good little Irish name. And so I started working there. And then I found out that this new restaurant was looking for people, and I was like, I'm just gonna go apply, see what happens. And then I ended up becoming a corporate trainer.
Okay.
So that's when I started traveling a lot more and opening up the restaurants.
And learning about restaurants and everything about it.
Well, I was opening them up and training the other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
wow, that was a good opportunity to learn, huh?
it was great.
Yeah.
You know, it really helped the cause.
Okay.
And, you know, it gave me an idea of
How to run yours.
Yeah, how to teach people, but be like precise, but not like
Okay.
Gordon Ramsay kind of.
Yeah. Not, you gotcha. Yeah.
You know.
Got you. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Ramsey is crazy, man.
I don't know if I could work for him, but I would love to.
Okay.
At least for a week.
Yeah.
He'd probably fire me in 4 hours. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's one of those careers or one of those entities that you can have in your life, and it's always in your back pocket.
Always, yeah.
Always.
You could always jump in it anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's what you did, huh? Because you've been around different states.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me your experience and why you went to all those states.
Well, my niece and stuff are all down in Florida. And my ex-sister-in-law,
Yeah.
or my sister-in-law. And so Florida was one. I just like to travel, really, to be honest with you. I like to see different people and not be contained.
Contained. That's me.
Yeah, I don't like it because it's like you have to abide by all these principles and not be able to just enjoy your time. So it's like, you know, about so in about 5 months, 6 months, I'm gonna be moving to Colorado.
To do business, you told me you'll be going to do something. What was it?
I'm gonna teach little kids how to ski.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm gonna cook in the afternoon. And then when it becomes spring, I'll do some kayaking and rafting tours.
You are an adventurer, my friend.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
can't stand still, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but, you know, it's hard for me to want to make that change because I have my mother who's going to stay here, you know, and she's 71.
Yeah.
And
She's doing good at 71.
she
though.
is. She's a trooper too. I probably get it from her.
She explained to me when you were born, she had to jumpstart her own car
Oh yeah, she had to push her vehicle down the hill.
while going to give birth to you.
Yeah, going to the hospital.
I thought those cases can be seen in Africa. I didn't imagine I'll see them here.
She just got behind the thing. I just had to
And
push
pushed
it
it.
out of the driveway.
Yeah. And then went and jumped in.
Jumped it down the hill. And then had
And you know you have to open the boot, push it, run and jump in the car. And then
well,
now
no, her friend was in the,
oh, it was in. Oh, that okay. That's
but
She was the
still
one.
had the truck
She
up.
was the one outside
She
pushing,
was the one outside pushing
and she's pushing so she can go push you out.
me out. Yep.
She's a trooper.
Yeah,
True.
she's a good girl. Like,
True. True.
She's a great woman. She's been through a lot in life.
She's very friendly.
She is.
She
is.
Yeah, she's a nice lady. I know people when I see them.
Yeah.
She might have gone through a lot out there, but she has a
she would do
good heart.
anything for you. If you needed
So, yeah.
something over here,
Yeah.
she'd be like, "Yeah, I got you." Like, that's her. She's very giving and caring and kind.
Yeah.
Has a heart of gold. But if you get her on her bad side,
She's gonna get you.
get out the way, yo.
Yeah. Those are, you don't mess with kind people.
No.
They're dangerous.
Well, yeah, and I got that.
Yeah.
I got that.
Same thing. Yeah. You're kind, but
Don't take it for
don't take it. Yeah. I know. Kind people are not to be messed with.
You know, and it's
Yeah.
like you get to a point where, like I said earlier, that's why you have a close knit group of people.
True. Yeah.
Because all those other ones will take
Yeah.
advantage.
They will, and they don't know you well.
Right. And they're like, "Oh, he'll do this. He'll
Yeah.
do that." And you're like, and you get that like kind of guilty conscience in your head because you want to
'Cause-
say no.
Yeah, you want to say
You
no.
want to say no. But
Yeah.
You're like, all right, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then you get through it, and then they're like, it's not right,
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
You get to those systems. And
Yeah.
It's like, oh boy.
Yeah. I know.
It's like I tried my best.
My
for
best.
you today, but it's not perfect for you. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
have at it. At least
Yeah.
it's there.
At least we have something. Yeah.
Fix it on your own.
Yep, yeah.
already there.
So we're getting to the end of this,
Yeah.
but I have two more questions.
Okay.
You told me about your brother,
Yeah.
and it was tough. What's your very toughest, craziest moment in this life?
Two and a half years in jail.
What was it?
No one would answer my phone calls. Wouldn't send me letters. Had to adapt differently. Had to adapt to different people and whatever their cultures were and their acts. And when you do that, you know, reality sets in that you have to interact somehow, some way. But I think that's the most chaotic thing that I've gone through, because it's like, here's your meal this time. Here's your meal this time. Now you can take a shower. It's like you're 5 years old.
Dang, it's terrible, huh?
It was tough, like,
Yeah.
but I have a personality
Of adapting.
that I can kind of read certain
Okay.
people and certain things and where I want to be
Okay,
and who I want to be around.
okay.
And when I was in there, you know, it helped me because, you know, I would watch everybody.
You had you plugged yourself in a right
I
crew.
just started watching everybody in my first like couple days, and then I was like, you know, I eat alone, whatever. And then I was like, I think I can get along with this guy.
Okay. Is it as bad as the movies, like fights,
Yeah, bad.
trying to kill each other?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it definitely happened when I was in jail. Trying to take advantage of you in the shower.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's not a joke out there, dropping the soap.
Correct, don't pick it up.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's for real?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow, I usually mess around
It's all
as
right.
if it's a joke.
I know, but, like,
And that some people get to be victims.
very much so. Like, if you're weak-minded,
Yeah.
and kind of like scared a lot,
Someone will get you.
everybody will read that card.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when you're playing poker or whatever, right? And you've got a great hand, and you're waiting for the bet to come, and you're like, if you like twinge or wiggle,
It's done.
they know.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Oh. You sold yourself out.
Yeah. So it's like, if you're personable and then you get to a certain point where, you can adjust to what your accommodations are. And I was lucky enough that I got to work. So I was a worker. And I got to be outside. I was cutting lawns.
Oh, okay.
Taking care
At
of
least, yeah.
taking care of the cows.
Okay.
I wasn't in there all day.
Oh, that's good.
So, and then I'd come back in, and then I'd have to do night work.
Yeah.
Go clean the sergeant's office, which
Okay.
is fine
Which
because I
is
got
okay.
to watch football. And
Yeah, while
stuff
cleaning.
Like that.
Yeah. That's
So-
amazing. That's good.
So, it worked out for me. and
For
my
you,
benefit
yeah.
To be personal. Like, don't disrespect the officers.
Done.
Don't talk to them like that. And you get an opportunity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, there was this one time where an officer took me for a ride because we had to pick up some supplies, and he didn't want to lift anything. And but I wasn't dressed in, I was dressed plain clothes.
Yeah. Wow.
And he stopped by Little Caesars Pizza,
Ah,
and we ate pizza the whole way.
really?
Yeah.
That was a good experience.
I mean, it taught me a lot, and it helped me. It helped me get over a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of self-time
Yeah.
and alone time, and it gave me a good thought process of where I wanted to
Yeah.
head after this, because that's your hugest decision. You
Yeah.
haven't made money in 2.5 years, so how are you
Yeah.
gonna pan out?
So basically, it really worked for you. It strengthened your character too.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it stinks to say that because you're like, who wants to go to jail just to change?
Yeah. True.
You can get a therapist for that.
You can get. Yeah. True. True. But I think jail changes you in a different way.
Oh yeah, it strengthens your soul.
Yeah, it really stamps in there.
It hits your heart.
Yeah, I think that's why you've survived a lot of things and still doing great.
And then when your heart goes, you have to get your head back into it and be like, all right, you're stronger than what is happening right now.
Yeah.
And it worked.
You are. So how did it feel to exit that last day? Was it a sunny day? You see, I see movies that begin with someone just coming out of the jail and the gate opens and someone picks him up with this nice old car and, hey dude, what's up? Yeah, goes back to the hood or whatever.
Right.
How was it? What was the experience?
So for me,
Yeah.
I was in Florida.
Yeah.
So my brother at the time had booked me a ticket to come back home. So all I had to do was get to the airport, and he sent me some money, and I got an Uber to take me to the airport,
Okay.
and I got on the flight and went back home.
Okay.
And it was awkward because, like, when you're in jail, there's a different style of people,
Yeah.
every which way.
Different.
Everybody's different. But when you go out into the public, like I stopped by Walmart,
Yeah.
and I was so petrified.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm like, they're gonna know.
Oh.
You know, like
Yeah.
questioning it.
So this is true when we say you can be institutionalized, because in the movie Shawshank Redemption,
Yeah.
this guy gets out of jail and he's
old
older
man.
and goes and hangs himself.
Yeah, the old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. You feel funny.
You're like, I don't belong.
You
out
don't
here,
belong.
right? Yeah, I don't belong.
It's so easy to end up in trouble again and go back.
Yeah.
That's why we have jail buds.
Yeah. And then you know, I was more of a Morgan Freeman kind of character
Yeah.
in that movie. Just to say, like,
Yeah.
he was worried about it,
Yeah.
but he was like,
He faced it.
he met somebody who knew that he was going to get taken care of.
Yeah.
So he had to flip
Yeah.
and go get it,
I see.
you know?
I see.
And that's what I did.
Wow.
And, you know, it was a great movie.
It was one of the best movies.
I'm more of the town guy.
Oh, okay.
You should
Okay.
watch that.
I will. I've seen it. I've seen the cover several times.
Okay.
The Town, right?
Yeah.
The Town guy. Or,
No, The
no,
Town
The
with
Town.
with
It's called The Town, right?
Yeah.
By who?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Okay, I'll check it out. Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
The Town. The Town. Okay, if I forget, I'll call you.
Okay.
Yeah, The Town.
You have to. I know I stored your number. I was gonna text you.
I have your number.
All right, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to call.
I'll
me
call you.
when we're done.
Yeah, I'll call you. Anyway, we're about done. Last
What's your
question.
Last question.
You almost died several times. How does it feel when you're about to lose life, man? You almost, dude, you almost call it quits several times. Okay, it's not supposed to be a laughing matter, but dude, you almost died several times. Look at your belly, man. A spleen, a liver, and what else? Pancreas gone. And then,
The funniest one is, if you really want to chuckle,
yeah,
is when this happened
yeah,
and it went
yeah,
all the way up, right?
yeah.
So they had to stop the clots from running up to my neck.
Yeah.
And they're like, the doctor looked at me and he was just like, this is serious. I go, I'm a righty. I'm right-handed.
Yeah.
I said, cut it off.
Oh, you told them to cut it off?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
He goes, what is wrong with you?
I would ask the same too.
I go, well, if it's gonna stop everything, just cut
Let it go,
off.
because you don't want the clot to go in your heart.
Right. I said, he goes, nope. He goes, that ain't happening. He goes, I'm gonna take care of this. And I was like, oh, I'll show you. Don't get sick.
Oh, it's okay. Send me the picture that way I can show it in the video too.
So that was my arm and my
Oh my
stomach.
God. What?
Yeah. They had to leave it open so they closed, so it closed from the inside out.
Okay. That's crazy, man. Oh, what? Have you been beat up there?
No. I was having seizures. I fell.
Really?
Yeah.
What? That's when they were operating on you?
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Dang, and you came back.
Of course I did. I say I'm gonna live out a nuclear war and cockroaches.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. Now I get it. You say that, and now I get it.
What's the other one that you could see?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
That's when they pulled all my teeth out.
They pulled your teeth? Why?
It's because I had an infection in one of them, so they had to.
Because of that whole thing?
Yeah, so the surgery that I had to have on my stomach.
So these are not your teeth?
No.
What?
They're fake.
Man, you've been through it all, man.
No, 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 no.
You've been through it all. You've been through it all. I think the title of this is JC has been through it all.
Sounds good.
Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. I'll release it in 4 parts because it's long.
Yeah, it's getting better.
So you haven't told me, how does it feel to almost lose your life multiple times? What's the feeling? What are you guys thinking?
I guess the scariest one for me, where I was gonna lose it, was when they pulled my teeth because I couldn't stop bleeding.
Mm.
So I bled out in the kitchen, like all over the floor and the sink, down the cabinets.
Really?
And I couldn't stop it. And I was trying to pack my mouth. And I started getting really scared.
Yeah.
And they rushed me to the hospital. But when I had my seizure, or seizures,
Yeah, seizures.
I didn't know what it was. And I woke up in the hospital. And that scared me the most. And the feeling of, am I going to get through this, was significant because I fought through so much from being a young kid to up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't even know who I can say goodbye to.
Yeah. You're kind of...
I don't know if someone's going to come be here with me. I don't, nothing. Like, where's my mother?
Where's everybody?
You know, where's all my friends?
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
And, you know, when you get to that stage, you just, it's like, for me, I don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
So I struggle through it. But it's scary to say that you have to struggle and get through it. Because you know it could be the inevitable at the end of the day. And it's like, where's my kids? And like, you know, can I say goodbye to them? Like, you know,
All that becomes real.
That's a real thing. Like, you know, how do you hold on to all that passion that you have for everybody else, right? And then you know in your head you're at like a 80% you're gone.
You might
20%.
you're like
you might hold on.
Yeah.
And you know, you get everything just is like a fruition. It just like flows through you, and it's memory after memory after memory, and then it's thinking outside the box and asking questions and like, am I gonna get through this? Like, and you know.
Yeah. So the question of sometimes staying for long without talking to your friends or your child or your mom, it dawns on you at that time, you're like, it's been a while since we talked.
Right, and it's like, what have I missed?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what little things, what did I miss? My son's first kiss.
Oh, really?
You know, those things.
Oh, they matter at that point.
They matter, yeah.
Especially at that point.
Because your brain...
Because to me, I don't know if they matter. I don't even... You, on the other... That's why you carry a wisdom that we don't. Because you've been there.
Right. And it's like, you know, I didn't have my brother. I didn't have my nana.
Yeah.
You know, my mom wasn't there. Neither of my kids were there. And it was just like, I thought about my grandmother so much. Because she would have been right there.
Yeah, that one, you know.
And she wouldn't have cared how she had to get there. She would have been right there. And you know, you get to a stage where you're just like, you try not to give up. So you just take that deep breath and you lay back.
Try to be there.
Let them do their job.
And hope for that 20%.
Hope for that 20%. That's it. Because if you keep rattling your brain and your anxiety's going up and all that stuff, it's harder to heal. And it's harder to get through the process. So it's easier for you to get through the process and then be thankful and grateful that you had a team of doctors that wouldn't stop, you know, and nurses who listen to me be a jerk sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and but when you come out of all that, but the thought of it, is so much into reality.
Yeah.
Because you have no clue.
Really? Wow.
No clue.
That's something, that's a gift you carry that none of us has.
Yeah,
you got to a level that none of us has ever touched. 99% of humans don't get there.
You know,
you've been there.
Friends that, like I got a friend that has cancer. She's battling it, but she's a tough one. You know, I've had plenty of friends that have passed away. And or acquaintances, I should say. But it's like, I don't know what rolls through their head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how you felt before you're going. And you know, when that happens, it's like, damn. I wonder if he thought about this or she thought about that. You know, you go, oh, I have to think about myself as well. You know, whatever rolled through their head.
Yeah.
You can't pick it out.
Yes, you can never pick it up.
You can never pick it up.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it's like, you know, you can have empathy and you can have sympathy.
Yeah.
And I'm a very empathetic person.
Gotcha.
Sympathy, it's a rarity for me.
Yeah.
But empathy,
At least which I think that's a more powerful ability.
I do too.
To have empathy.
It's just, I don't know if it's easier for me or if it's just.
I think empathy is tough to be empathetic because you're trying to step in someone's shoes.
Yeah.
Sympathy, you can just cry it out.
Yeah.
But empathy, you're in it.
Yeah, you're in it to win it. Yeah. And
yeah, you're in someone's life. You're in that cancer.
Yeah, and you're like, oh man, I've been there.
Yeah.
Like I know how the doctors work and like all this stuff, and you know, I know you're waiting on your tests and all this stuff, and it's like it's nerve-wracking because yeah, you do have 2 kids at home and these things, you know, and when you do that, you're helping.
Yeah.
You're helping, but you're not at the point where you're like, because I think sympathy sometimes, I think majority of the times when you have sympathy, it's like, oh, she's gonna be gone.
Yeah, yeah, and you're already crying.
You're right.
Yeah.
And
you're already saying goodbye. Yeah, you're already.
Like, how can I help?
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But being verbal is more empathetic.
It's more empathetic. Yeah.
And explaining certain
And
things.
it could be more helpful too. To be empathetic.
Yeah, that's It takes a lot of pain away. It takes a lot of scare.
Yeah.
And care and concern
For that person.
For that person.
But for you, it's tougher.
For me, it's like now I have to explain my stuff.
Yeah.
To you.
And make sure it relates.
Yeah. Somehow.
Yeah. Somehow.
You have to pick pieces.
Yeah. Without messing it up, you know.
Without making it worse. And, you know, but it's been a tough road.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Any regrets, and what would you tell the 20-year-old you?
20 years old?
The you.
Any regrets?
Yeah, and what would you tell to a 20-year-old you? The best advice you'll give them. Start with regrets, or one, just one.
I never went to my brother's.
Yeah, I think that's straight up. I agree with you. But things happen.
I know.
Yeah, shit happens
every day. But that's probably my biggest regret.
The good comes with the bad. Your brother was great, but
he was a great person, but he was so screwed up at the time.
Yeah, yes. Roses come with thorns.
They do, and you know, when you see that patch of grass that's not growing, it's like, is somebody buried there?
Oh wow! Yeah.
That's probably my biggest regret, because I would be. I'd be so more well established in life.
But the good thing is that you're in control and you're happy right now. You're happy? Or maybe,
there's days.
Is it necessary to be happy in this life? I almost find it not anymore.
I find happiness when something like this happens.
Okay.
Some random thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I get that.
Have a moment of joy.
That's it, joy. I wouldn't call it happiness.
But moments of joy.
Yep.
And I think if we try and have as many as possible, that's what matters at the end of the day.
You know.
I mean, go to Colorado and try to see if you can have those moments. Colorado. I know you love the place. Flat, wind, beautiful mornings, snow. some mountainous area to ski?
Yeah, I go skiing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you find
just-
joy there, man.
It's just like there's a time where I think anybody gets to a point where they're like, now this is where your happiness kicks in. It doesn't be for the other people.
Yes.
This is your happiness for
Kick.
yourself.
Yes, yes.
So it's like, I have the opportunity
True.
to do it and
Yeah,
be happy.
and be happy. Yeah.
And then I can bring joy to other
To other people. Exactly. That dude about to wake up.
I know.
The
right?
20-year-old you, can you advise him? What would you tell him? 1, 2, 3 words.
Go to college.
Oh, okay. How about start a restaurant maybe? No?
Get up. Get a degree.
First.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I know it's just a piece of paper,
Yeah.
but it's the knowledge and the experience.
And the structure they put in you.
And then you can utilize that to do
Okay.
other
Okay,
things
gotcha.
along the way.
Gotcha.
So, go to, like my son, graduating from college. He loves sports, but he took journalism, statistics, analytics.
Wow. Wow. He is good.
So, even if you don't get into like some sports program right away, you can still write about it.
Yeah.
You can do a podcast. You can,
Yeah.
you can.
You can do a lot.
Yeah.
Especially today.
Right.
In the world today.
You could work for a company that like does sports rehab and do the stats for those sports players.
Very true.
And that's what your job is. Do the stats, do the analyst, and then keep going.
Keep going.
But anybody, like, the only ones I don't like is the ones that take liberal arts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You learned that in high school.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you waste your time?
Yeah,
Like, you
true.
didn't have a passion.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll take liberal arts.
I'll take liberal arts. Man, they end up working in Food Lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made you do liberal arts.
Oh, Lord. And I ended up with a $100,000 school loan after that.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That you can't pay because you can't even find a job.
Like,
Yeah.
Jesse, he got like a good partial scholarship to go to college.
Yeah.
And, he's going to owe some money.
Yeah.
But once he finds that great job,
Because of what he chose to do.
flip out the bills,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
he's got a great girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they've been together since high school. So I think he's going to end up marrying her.
Amazing.
It would be nice. 'cause
All
they
the best for him, man.
They work good together.
Yeah.
And but I told him we can't have a baby till I'm 50.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay.
I don't want to be a grandfather.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, I know. Well, it was really nice having you.
Pleasure.
Yeah. And good luck for your son and daughter.
Good luck for yours.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Blessing in
Guys,
disguise.
subscribe. This is Banana Land Media, and that was Jesse for you.
Thank you, everybody.